In this lecture, we will build our SAM project. To do that, scroll down in the README file. See this command called SAM build. That is the one that will build the project and make it ready for packaging and deployment. Go to the command line. Right now, I am under the AWS Lambda folder. If you do a dir on Windows or ls on Mac, you see the project. Go inside that project. And inside this project folder, we have the template.aml. So wherever we have the template.aml, that is our SAML project folder. SAM build is the command. When you execute this SAM build, it will look for this template.aml. And within that file, it has the information for where to look for the source code and all that. Again, I'll explain all that in detail when we work on the Hello World example. Hit enter. See this code URI? It says hello function is where all the source code is. It tells the SAM build function and it uses Java 11. It says using JVM with major version 15 because that is the version I have. It says which is newer than 11. Since we have picked 11 for our Lambda function, it is saying make sure your code doesn't have anything that is higher than 11. That is the warning it is giving here. That is okay. It says the compiled function code may not run if we use features later than Java 11. In your case, if you are using Java 8 or Java 11, you will not see this error or warning. Here, this is the important piece. Running Java Maven workflow. Since ours is a Maven project, SAM is running a Maven workflow where it has tasks or targets like copying the source code, building the project, then copying the dependencies and Maven copy artifacts as well. Where is it copying? See this here, built artifacts folder. There is a folder called .aws-sam. Under every project, it will create a folder called .aws-sam, and inside that, there will be a build folder. This is where all the artifacts are copied for our project, and those artifacts can be deployed to AWS Lambda environment. And the next, it will also copy the template.aml so that when we do the deployment, this template.aml will be used to create the infrastructure that is required, and it even gives us the next commands that we can use. You can run SAM local invoke to locally test your Lambda, or SAM deploy -- guided to deploy this to AWS. We'll be doing that in the next lecture, but let's take a look at what it has generated. .aws-sam, it is a hidden folder. If I go to my command line, you can go to your Windows Explorer, make sure you can see the hidden directories. If I go to my Mac, right now under my project, I don't see anything. But from my command line, if I execute ls-a, see that folder? .aws-sam, I can go into that aws-sam folder. If I do a ls here, I see the build folder and I see a build.toml file, which stores all the configuration related to build. Go inside the build folder, which we are concerned about, ls. This hello world function folder has the compiled code, and this template.aml is the template file that is used to create the infrastructure, as I have already mentioned. Go into the hello world function folder, ls. This is the package of our Java code. If you see this structure, go to hello world source main Java. This is the package name, and then we have app.java. If I go into hello world, I will have app.class. So our Java code is compiled and it is placed here. I come out of that and I have lib folder. What is this lib folder? If I go inside that lib, do a ls, I see some jar files being copied. AWS Lambda Java core jar, Zoda time, and then AWS Lambda Java events. Where did these come from? The answer for that is in the pom.xml. Later, you will be importing this project into your Eclipse and you will be seeing everything in detail. Let me pull this pom.xml. This is a regular Maven pom.xml. Hello world is the artifact name. If you scroll down, the dependencies section is what we are concerned about right now. There are 3 dependencies you see here: AWS Lambda Java core, Lambda events, and then JUnit for testing. So these are the dependencies that you see in the lib folder under the build folder. Let me go back, do a ls. So all these jars are coming from these dependencies in the Maven pom.xml. And the third jar is coming from a transitive dependency, which one of these guys has. So don't worry about it. So it's that simple to build your Lambda functions using the SAM command. When you do that, it has created a folder called .aws SAM. It does it for every AWS Lambda function project you create. Under that, there is a folder called build, within which your source code, which is compiled, lives, and also all the dependencies of your project will be packaged under a folder called lib. So this AWS SAM is where the SAM command, when you say deploy, it will use whatever is there under the build directory to deploy all that into the AWS.